Hi everyone, this is Vicky and Chuck. I'll be playing one of his songs at the end of the video. I have a message that I'm going to share with you in a moment. Just a couple of things first. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about how to get in touch with us, please just check the description box on my YouTube channel. It's Vicky Adkins. If you're watching or listening right now on another channel, please go to Vicky Adkins and you can leave your comments or send requests, or however, if there's something you want to be in touch with us about. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to Chuck's music channel. Just put another song up there today. It is April 28th, 2022. This message came this morning. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you guys, you're going to get, if you get notifications from my channel, you're going to get you're going to get several of them today, because it's a busy day it's a busy day in YouTube land. I have two other videos that will go out. One is our regular TLC, excuse me, which will go out this evening about 7 o'clock our time, which is Midwest time, USA. And today is Thursday, so it is prayer and music video day. So I'll be doing that video also. Okay, guys, I'm going to get into this message. And Chuck's already prayed over you. I'm scrolling here. Chuck's already prayed over you, and I've prayed as well. Please take everything to Father. Ask him if it's him. Ask him for confirmation. And always feel free to download, print off, share the messages, the music. It's all free. It all belongs to him. Whether it's Chuck's music or my music or the messages Father gives, anything, it all belongs to him. So, and I will ask one more thing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, which is Vicky Adkins, if you're watching on YouTube, then please do that, and like and share and comment and do all those great things. So first of all, we can hear from you. And secondly, so the algorithms take the videos out farther, so more people hear and see what Father's saying and doing and all of that. Okay, guys. Here's the message. It started this morning with him talking to me, showing me things. I'm going to read what I saw and what I heard, and then after that he begins to speak directly in first person. So I'm going to read what I heard and saw so I don't leave anything out. I wrote, I see this and hear these words. This nation is on fire. As I look, I see the fire starts in the nation's capital. I see people behind closed doors using flamethrowers to start fires across the land. They are conniving, and that's not a word I usually use, but that is the word he said. They are conniving how, where, when, and using what to start and fan flames with. Large cities are targets, but so are suburbs where much of the middle class still resides. Schools are targets. Grocery stores are targets. Industrial parks and industrial plants are targets. These fires are sometimes literal, and sometimes they are the words that incite actions of damage or destruction. They are sometimes spiritual. I see a desert burning. Perhaps more than one is on fire. And then I wonder, how can a desert burn? There's not sufficient flammable material close enough to cause a spread, and yet the flames are burning even on the sand. Again, this is more than just a literal burning, although that may also be the case. This also means that even the things you wouldn't think would burn are targets and will burn. And Father said some examples of those burns are things like relationships, business partnerships, friendships, marriages, all kinds of stuff. And then he reminded me of the message he gave me months ago, and it's on one of the videos. I don't remember the name of it, so if you've watched that video and you remember, please leave Please leave the information in the comment section for anybody that wants to go watch it. But I saw cattle were shut up in stalls and set on fire. And I saw that today. And back then, when he gave that message, he showed me that I walked onto a ranch and saw cattle on both sides. And the cattle looked okay, but I knew they were sick. And I knew they had been poisoned. They were going to go to slaughter, like, just regular, like they do, slaughter the animals and ship the meat off to the stores. And I knew that what had been put in them was put there so that it would come into people when they consumed the meat. And then the other thing that I want to say saw, but it was I smelled it, was butter burning. And that is that's in that message. So in the name of that, I cannot remember. As I said, please, if you remember that, let us know which one that was. Okay, coming back to today. Food production, processing plants, forests, and buildings are burning. Some of these fires are intentionally set. Others are due to the lack of rain and severe drought conditions. State capitals, government buildings, hospitals, pharmacies, schools burning. Some fires are good, some fires are bad. Some are Holy Spirit inspiring and cleansing fires, and some are man-made or natural because the earth is groaning and the atmosphere groans with it. Some of these are intentionally set by people for obviously destructive purposes. Father said, fire will fall like rain. He reminded me of that message this morning as he was giving me this one. That message is also on a video, and the name of the video, I do remember this one, is Fire Will Fall Like Rain. Okay, coming back to this. It will fall like rain on this nation, among others. Judgment comes in many ways directly from his hand, and this is what he had me write, such as in Sodom and Gomorrah, or through cruel and subversive acts by people. When there is no intervention from heaven, or it is inspired by Father into the hearts of evil men and women, the judgment is indirect, but it's still from his hand, such as when Israel grew wicked and Father sent nations more wicked than Israel to destroy it. Father says those evil ones being used will also be destroyed, such as Pharaoh was when Father hardened the ruler's heart and sent him to his destruction when he pursued the Israelites to try to force them back into slavery. And here is where Father begins to speak in first person. Listen to the sound of the sirens blaring in your cities, your neighborhoods, and even in your towns and villages. These are warnings also in the spirit that the emergencies, the famines, the fires are now on your doorstep, within range of your homes and in your communities. I have been warning you to prepare for this time. I have been warning you that this fire would fall, and it is even now here. But like the frog in the pot, many still do not feel the heat being turned up, and they will boil to death because they refuse to move or to be moved to action, to repentance, to change, and to obedience. Many have not prepared physically or spiritually, and they do not know the temperature has risen in the nation. Many cling tightly to their earthly wealth, no matter how large or small it is, rather than using their resources to prepare for the famines that are not just coming, but are here. As you watch your lands being scorched by heat, by fire, and your crops being destroyed, your seed dying in the parched earth and the dust that cannot produce a harvest for lack of rain, as you see your children starving and your animals also, what do you think your wealth can do to help them then? When your family comes to your door looking for help as one who claimed to know the Lord, when your family comes to your door looking to you for help as one who claimed to know the Lord, how will you answer them? When they ask you why your God didn't warn you of what was coming so you would be prepared, what will you say? Will you tell them that I warned, but you would not listen? Will you tell them that you were trying to protect yourself and your future? What will you say to those who come? And as the fires fall in all of the ways they will, how will you stand with not even the smell of smoke on your garments if you haven't remained in my shadow and walked with me daily in intimacy through humility and obedience? My first responders, those who are in my firehouse, on my police force, and in my military units, have heard the sounds of the alarms, but not all are dressed for battle. Not all are equipped as they should be. Not all believe that this is not just another drill, but an actual alarm. Many of my people have not prepared physically or spiritually. They do not realize their lack of preparation may cost them their earthly and eternal lives. Many have no resources to prepare physically, but they have prepared spiritually, and I will provide for their every need until I bring them home to me. But I am warning you now. I am warning you all now that the 7-alarm fire set in your land cannot and will not be extinguished by man, woman, government, or anything else. There are more fires coming than you have seen thus far. There will be invasions of many kinds. Those who rule over you have embraced these invasions, and even now behind closed doors are working with other leaders to ensure these invasions will take place. Things in the world are much more orchestrated than many people realize, and for that reason the people remain silent and allow these things to take place. But I will not remain silent. For now, I will warn my people, and those with ears to hear will heed my warnings. I have told you before to find others of mine and to join together with them. I have said you must live in community, and now I encourage you to enter into conversations with one another about how to live together, having all things used by all available to all as needed. Each of you have something to offer to others, whether skills, strength, supplies, or anything useful. Also remember there will be young and old who are limited in ability, maturity, and strength. Those things must be taken into consideration. Do not expect more from anyone than they are able to give or do. Remember that all things are mine. If you remember that and release your mental hold on things, realizing that you are stewards and I am the owner of all things, your emotional attachment to those things I have entrusted you with will fall, and you will be of greater service to me and those I have called you to serve. What I have prepared for you in my kingdom is so much greater than anything you hold on earth, so hold loosely. Open your hands and hearts. Trust me. I know what I am doing. Ask me who I want you to be in community with. Ask me, and I will direct you in all of it. Some of you will be moving to live with others. Some of you will be asked to give up the privacy you have enjoyed and to make room for others to come into your homes, on your land, and into your daily lives. These things will require much grace, patience, humility, and love on your part. Again, I say, I know what I am doing. You will need to come to me daily as a family, newly born by me, for there will be challenges you will face that must be addressed regularly, so the enemy and even your own flesh will have no room to bring division to the work I am doing. I have told you that your beef would be unsafe to consume and that your dairies would be compromised through destruction by fire. You are now beginning to see that word become a reality. When will you listen and fully believe me? When will trusting me no longer be an issue of convenience? No matter how many fires are put out in the different areas and arenas in your nation, there will be more that start up and bring destruction. Like the clay on the wheel, like the house built on sand, like the idols in the temple, like the cities that I devoted to destruction, like the devoted things in days of old, there are devoted things in this hour that must and will come down to destruction. The emergency responders in this 7-alarm fire are my people. The nation will burn, but my responders will be used to do the work for which they have been prepared and have prepared, the work to which they have been called by me. Do not be dismayed as you see the flames continue to spread and rise higher. Do not be frightened as the smoke of the enemy comes to cloud your vision and steal your breath. Lean farther into me. Stay under my wings. I know how to protect you here in my shelter, where there will not even be the smell of the smoke on your garments. I will send you out in many ways, but I will always go before you and be your rear guard. I will be on your right and left, above you and beneath your feet, as you stay close in heart, soul, body, and obedience. And remember, first responders respond to the direction of their leadership first. And it's signed, the Father. You guys, I did a message a few days ago. I think it was on the 25th of April. And it was about forgiveness. And Father told us in that he was taking his people into his classroom and that he was going to begin to teach some things that we need to learn. And, you know, a lot of times I'm reminded of I was reminded the other day too of the scripture where Paul says, by now you should be eating milk or meat and you're still on the milk. But sometimes Father does take us, just like in sports, they talk about it. Chuck's talked about it so many times over the years about how in learning to play, you have to get the fundamentals down. You have to get them down. You have to get them down. We go along, we think we think we're doing all right, and we hide things even from ourselves, like unforgiveness. So the message the other day has sparked a lot of interest. The Lord said that he's going to begin doing, it's like a series on different topics. And the first one was forgiveness. And people have been commenting and writing about that, asking questions and wanting more, asking if I would address some different things about forgiveness. And I am going to do that. Not going to do it here and now because this message needs to stand on its own. But I'm just letting you all know that I'll be putting a video out on that. I'm not sure when, in the next few days, I think, because I already know the topic for the next classroom session we're going to have with him here on this channel, and that topic is greed. So first was forgiveness, and the next one is greed. So be in prayer about that, but just wanted to let you know to be looking for the message or my responses to what he's taught me about forgiveness, and to hopefully put to rest some of those questions people are struggling with about that issue. Don't forget, it is Prayer Video Thursday as well, so that's coming out. I might have said that at the beginning. I started this over. I went back to listen, and part of the message was cut off, so I had to start over. So I'm not sure if I've said this or not, but it's Prayer Video and Music Day, or Prayer and Music Video Day, whatever. I don't even know. I never have figured out what to call that exactly. If you want to be on the prayer map, if you want to be prayed for, please check the description box. Please make sure you're on my channel so that you can find the information you need. We will get you on the prayer map, and we will get your request to Teresa, our prayer team leader, who will get those requests out to the prayer team, and people are faithful to pray. So Chuck and I pray over you guys every day. We love you very much. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back in a little bit, and hopefully you'll be joining me for the prayer video, and then later on this evening for TLC, Tender Loving Care, in this little corner of Father's Vineyard. We love you guys very much. See you soon, Lord willing. Bye for now. And here comes Chuck.